See, the truth of the matter is this: it is extremely difficult to concentrate when your mind is going in a million different directions. It is extremely difficult to concentrate and stay focused when you feel anxiety rise. Hi friends, E.C. Maltby here, Senior Pastor of the True Holiness Saints Center in the beautiful city of Conway, Arkansas. And you know what time it is. It is Wednesday Word time. So what is our Wednesday Word for tonight? Our Wednesday Word is well-being. More specifically, it is all about your mental well-being. The truth of the matter is this: the last 13 or 14 months has been extremely challenging, even for the best of us. The last 13 or 14 months has seen a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of change. But the good news of the matter is simply this: our God is concerned about our mental health. Don't get it twisted. God is concerned about our mental stability, and He is concerned about our emotional well-being. So I thought tonight that I would simply share with you 3 things you need to do to protect your mental and emotional well-being. 3 things that all of us need to do to protect our mental and emotional well-being. So if you're writing notes tonight, point number 1 is this: if you want to protect your mental and emotional well-being, you've got to pray every day. Yeah, if you want to protect your mental well-being, you've got to be committed to praying every day. So the question becomes this: what is prayer, Pastor Maltby? And there's a lot of different definitions of prayer, but the simplest definition I know, prayer is having a conversation with God. That's what prayer is all about, communicating with the God of our salvation. So why is prayer so important or so significant to our mental health? And there are a lot of reasons, but I want to share 3 of them with you today. The first reason that daily prayer is so important is because prayer keeps us focused. In fact, that might be something you want to write in the comment section. Prayer keeps us focused. See, the truth of the matter is this: it is extremely difficult to concentrate when your mind is going in a million different directions. It is extremely difficult to concentrate and stay focused when you feel anxiety rising in your spirit. But prayer helps to keep us focused. No matter how busy you are, prayer can help you to stay focused and keep you from being distracted. It keeps you focused on the solutions rather than the problems. It keeps you focused on keeping the main thing in your life. It keeps you focused to look into Jesus, the author and the finisher of your faith, and not being perplexed by the situations that you see. Daily prayer helps you to stay focused on the problem solver and not the problem. Prayer is so good for your mental health. But not only does prayer keep us focused, but secondly, prayer keeps us calm. And if it's one thing that we need when we're dealing with our mental health, we need a spirit of calmness. This world that we live in is full of things that are perplexing. It's full of things that keep us stressed out. This world is full of things that cause anxiety. When I think about the last 13 or 14 months, and I think about COVID-19, I think about social injustice, I think about financial challenges that many people are having. When I think about conflicts in relationships and bad politics, when I think about the critics out there and the haters out there, the truth of the matter is there are plenty of things out there trying to steal your joy and rob you of your peace of mind. But prayer, my friends, will keep you calm. In fact, 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all of your anxieties on him. Who is him? Jesus, because he cares for you. So how do we cast, or how do we transfer our stressors and our anxieties on Jesus? We do it through communicating through prayer. Prayer keeps us calm. Prayer keeps us focused. And then thirdly, prayer changes things. Now that's a place to shout. That's a place to pause and give God a hallelujah praise. The truth of the matter is, prayer still changes things. Now what I know about prayer is this: prayer can change circumstances. Prayer can change the hearts and minds of people. And prayer can also change you. Yes, prayer can change the circumstances. Don't get it twisted. God is still working miracles. Don't get it twisted. Our God can still blow your mind. Don't get it twisted. When everything looks bad, just one word from God can turn the whole situation around. Yes, prayer changes circumstances. But then prayer does change the hearts and the minds of people. People who have conflict. People who have addictions, people that are struggling in different areas of their life, people dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts. God can change you, but also God can change them, but also God can change you. And here's what I know about prayer. When prayer doesn't change the circumstances, and when prayer doesn't change the people that you might be in conflict with, prayer will change you. It will change your perspective, and it will teach you how to deal with those troubling circumstances. It will teach you how to overcome the stressors in your life, and it will teach you how to deal with perplexing people. Yes, prayer changes things if it doesn't do anything but change you. When it comes to your emotional health and the stability of your well-being, you've got to know the first step, my friends, is to pray daily. Yeah, prayer keeps you focused. Prayer keeps you calm. And prayer changes things. But then here's the second point tonight. Maybe you ought to type this in the comment section. Refuse to isolate yourself. If you want to maintain your mental well-being, you have got to resist the urge to isolate yourself from your family and friends. You've got to resist the urge to isolate yourself from the people that you love and care about. One thing I know about friendship is this: you never get too old to have a good friend in your life. You never get too old to have somebody in your life that loves you. You never get too old to have somebody in your life that supports you. You never get too old to have someone in your life that forgives you when you're wrong. Good friends, we never outgrow them. We all need people who we can count on during the extreme highs and the extreme lows of life. We all need friends that will be there for the long haul. We all need people who won't walk away from you when times get difficult. We all need good friends in our life. So whatever you do, when you're dealing with your mental health, when you're having challenges in that area, refuse to isolate yourself from those who love you the most. Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, said it like this in Ecclesiastes chapter 4. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verses 9 and 10 says these words. It says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Good friends are in your life, not only to share the joys of your life, but to help you through the difficult, dark moments of your life. We all slip up from time to time. The Bible says we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But it is so comforting, it is so reassuring to know that you have a good friend that's going to reach down and help you back up. Pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Our Wednesday word is well-being. God is concerned about our mental health. He is concerned about our mental stability as well as our emotional well-being. And if we want to protect our mental well-being, number one, we've got to pray every day. If we want to protect our emotional stability, number two, we've got to refuse to isolate ourselves from our family and friends, those who love us the best. Here's the last one, and I'm just about through for tonight. Ask for help whenever you need it. Now that's good. In fact, maybe you ought to pause this message and type in the comment section, ask for help whenever you need it. Social media quote for tonight. If you need something, dear hearts, say something. Yeah, that's good to type also. If you need something, say something. Why do you say that, Pastor Maltbia? Because people can't read your mind. And they're not always as good as we should be recognizing the warning signs of a person who's struggling. When you need some help along the way, tell people exactly what you need. Because God will put somebody in your life that will help you through those difficult moments. My wife and I talk about this all the time. It's okay not to be okay. Let me say that again to somebody. It is perfectly fine after the last 13 or 14 months to not be okay. But you've got to pray. You've got to refuse to isolate yourself from where you can get help. And you've got to speak up and let people know what you need. Here's just a few mental health questions that you can ask your family and friends, just as an assessment to see where they are. The first question is quite simply, how are things going with you? More specifically, tell me something that's really going well in your life right now. How are things going with you? But then secondly, tell me about something in your life that you're having a real challenge with. And not only explain to me what you're having challenges with, but let's talk about how you're coping with those challenges. Ask your family and friends, how are things going? Because everybody that's smiling is not happy. And you don't know who's struggling behind that firm exterior. So ask, how are things going? But secondly, ask them this question. What do you do for self-care? In other words, tell me about something you've done this week to help strengthen your mental health. How are you handling your own personal self-care? How do you relax after a stressful day or a stressful encounter? And are those activities helping or hurting you in the long run? If you need help, dear hearts, say something. Philippians 2:4 says these words, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interest of the others. We have to communicate with those we love and care about. We've got to ask the difficult questions because we are all having issues at different ages and stages of our life. But if you keep praying, if you keep some good folks around you, And if you speak up when you need help the most, you'll be able to overcome any challenge that you'll face. Again, tonight's Wednesday word is well-being. Dear hearts, in conclusion, I want you to know God cares about you. Listen, just before I sign off tonight, I want to remind you that this Sunday morning is Mother's Day. And at the True Holiness Saints Center, we are going to celebrate all of the precious mothers of our church and our community. So if you're looking for a place to worship on Sunday morning, in-person service, or right here online, tune in to the True Holiness Saints Center on Facebook, on YouTube, or come right to the sanctuary, because we're going to celebrate our mothers. Be blessed.